Dear Inner Circle, there is a gift hidden amidst the rush and noise of a typical day at Wayside, and it isn't so much given as it has to be received. It's easy to miss because of all the goodness that can swirl around. Just last week I sat in the cafe and I counted at least 3 taps on the shoulder seeking my attention while I was attempting to be a part of 2 conversations whilst receiving a 3rd lecture. I was thinking how grateful I was to have never paid for a consultant because all the advice provided here is unsolicited and free of charge. When it is particularly chaotic, I employ a skill I learnt from my father that I honed while working in a youth detention centre and perfected as a parent of toddlers, just to allow the chaos to flow around me by retreating to a far, darkened corner of my mind. As the drifting began, I was snapped back by a savvy regular in our community cafe. Nope, you don't get to go there, Rev. Come back and deal with this shit. His quick catch was as keen as it was unwelcome, and we shared a cheeky laugh. You know, if you sit long enough at Wayside, you'll realise that you're in the company of people who have, by and large, been freed from the need to project or protect any self-image that they feel the world demands of them. This isn't to say that there isn't dignity. Quite the opposite, in fact. There is a power present in their personhood that can be disarming and confronting. Don't many of us waste so much effort on the pursuit of projecting or protecting our self-image? I know I did. As a young boy, I wasted so much of it on trying to fit in, to be one of the good ones, to hear what I thought was the ultimate compliment. Nah, Johnny, I don't even think of you as Indian, mate. What a waste of effort that was. And I cringe when I think about it, and I would love just to sit alongside that little kid and give him a big hug to somehow reassure him that we one day will find a tribe that loves him just the way he is. There's a C.S. Lewis book called Till We Have Faces, and I'll admit I haven't read it, but the title sums up the life journey we're invited to embark upon. Life in many ways can be a process of slowly removing, one by one, the masks we put on in our youth to protect our vulnerabilities or to project some sort of image. The process of is disarming and not for the faint-hearted. I recently shared a long meal in our cafe with 2 good mates from high school who are making their way in the corporate world with some success, when slowly the truth of what surrounded them and who surrounded them almost hit at the same time. Suddenly they were released from the need to speak of any accomplishments, and they were once, maybe for the first time, freed to be real and open. And then suddenly our light banter took a sharp turn, and soon we were sitting in a tight, supportive circle as they disclosed the struggles they are facing, that they often expend huge amounts of energy trying to conceal. They had received the gift of release, and as the cap came off the pressure valve, it gushed for quite a while. There were unchecked tears of sorrow and relief, and no one in the cafe really looked twice. So common is this scene by the wayside. The writer Joseph Campbell once observed, "The place where you trip and fall is often the place you'll find pure gold." You know, that's a truth that's lived out here every day by the wayside. Just like one much-loved regular told me when sharing about a recent accident that led to a hospitalisation and a release in the hospital gown. I felt like a freak on the train until I got to King's Cross again, and then no one looked twice at me. And when I walked into the wayside, well, then they all laughed and clapped and welcomed me home like a hero returning from some adventure. Thanks for being a fellow traveller with me. John. P.S. Speaking of tripping and falling, if you want to come and join me this August for the City to Surf, please sign up and look for the Wayside link before midnight tonight, and you'll get discounted registration, and we may even get to run together. Thanks.